Hey there guys, welcome back to AFC Game by Game. This is my review of Arsenal's victory this evening against Qarabağ, the final score being 3-0 to Arsenal, 8 for 8. 8 wins out of 8. Fantastic stuff to see from Unai Emery's Arsenal, which is really positive. And I've almost forgotten what it feels like to have a disappointing result. Obviously that's a lie, but it's really good to see us playing. I wouldn't say we're playing so well at the minute. We're having real good phases at times in games. We're playing some very delicious football, but we're also having some very haphazard moments at the back. But the most important thing is we're winning games. It's the first time that we've won 8 out of 8 in 3.5 years, which tells you just how horrendous things have been at Arsenal in the past couple of seasons. Now, of course, it's not that difficult to win 8 out of 8 when you look at the opposition we've played, but I do still firmly believe that had this been last season, we wouldn't have won these 8 games. Yes, the way we've done it has been rather hit and miss, but the important thing is we're getting games over the line, we're being clinical, we're being at times a lot more assured at the back. In the game against Watford we were a bit tighter. Tonight Leno was fantastic, kept us in the game. Last season I think with this could have been a very different result, albeit it was Qarabağ. But you know, the forward line's looking very promising. Iwobi, Smith Rowe linking up for that second goal. Great to see academy graduates coming through. It was a very exciting team that Arsenal put out tonight. It was a back three that we started with, which I was completely caught off guard by. I don't think anyone would have predicted that would have started the game with back three. We saw that change at half time after things didn't quite work out in the way we intended, but a few notable additions back into the team. Socrates coming in at the centre of the three. I thought he performed admirably tonight. I thought he did a great game. It's a shame that we didn't see him in a back two of Holding. That was something I was really hoping to see. I'm really excited to see Socrates play in that right centre-back role with Holding on the left. I don't think we'll see that anytime soon with Mustafi coming back into the team, I would assume on the weekend. But that's something I want to see at some point. Holding and Socrates, I really like to think those two could work well together. We saw Monreal start yet again at the left centre-back, which I was surprised to see, but the guy's got such an engine on him. I mean, he doesn't really seem to be too phased by playing this many games. He seems to be really enjoying his football. He definitely isn't acting his age. He's playing really well with real commitment. Again, another stellar performance from him tonight. Rob Holding, I thought, was caught out a little bit at times in this back three. He doesn't really have the pace to cover that space on the right-hand side, which is why Lichtsteiner was being forced to come back so often. I don't think Lichtsteiner has really got the legs to be effective as a right wing-back. I think that's his age coming into it. I think he's a lot more effective as a right-back. He doesn't get as forwards as much as I would like him to, and when we do have Bellerin out of the squad, you do actually notice how much we miss him. We miss his attacking potency. Lichtsteiner just doesn't offer that at the minute. But you know, for the most part, it was an exciting team. Kolasinac back in the left wing back role. I thought he had a mixed performance tonight. Was brilliant in the opening 5 minutes. He made that brilliant almost half chance in the first couple of minutes where he absolutely bodied the Qarabağ player out of the way. And I really hope that's something we see more from Kolasinac, because we know he's got such strength, such ability, such pace. But it was a bit of a rusty game from him tonight. You can just tell he's coming back, getting used to things. The midfield two of Guendouzi and Elneny. I do worry that that's our backup midfield, because I'm not convinced by them in the slightest. It is. I just don't think it has enough urgency to go forward. I think Guendouzi does, but again, you're putting a lot of pressure on a 19-year-old, which I don't think we're in a position to be doing. Elneny, on the other hand, is a very safe player, and I've made my opinion on him quite quite open, that I don't really think he's good enough to be playing for Arsenal even at this level. I think he's a very basic footballer, a very average footballer, for better use of a word. But he is a useful player. He is a utility player. But I just think if we're going to be an attacking team, if we want someone to link up the play and move it forward, I don't think he's good enough at doing that. He is very much a player that will look to the left or the right before making a pass forward. It's kind of the last thing he will do. He does recycle the ball and he does recycle possession very well, but that's all he does. I think there's a lot of players that we could probably promote from the academy, Joe Willock being one that's capable of doing that as well. So I'm not overly convinced by the midfield two of Guendouzi and Elneny. Guendouzi, on the other hand, I thought he had a great game tonight. Maybe I could be proved wrong by them two, but I think we need someone a bit more with better ilk alongside of Guendouzi as opposed to Elneny. I would definitely like to see an upgrade on him come January. But yeah, going forward ahead of that, Smith Rowe, Iwobi, Welbeck playing as inside forwards essentially. Smith Rowe and Welbeck. Great to see Smith Rowe get his goal. That was fantastic tonight. For an 18-year-old graduate to come through, the assist coming through from another graduate in Iwobi, who had a great game again tonight. Yeah, really positive, really positive. Smith Rowe did struggle at times to get into the game. I thought he was getting butchered on that right hand side at times, but for the most part, I thought he had a really solid performance. Again, it's he's only started 2 games for us this season. He's already bagged himself a goal, so he must be really buzzing with how he's performing. And I hope that, you know, we might see him feature on the bench against Fulham on Sunday, because he certainly has got something to offer, as he proved tonight. Iwobi, regarding him, I think he's certainly earned a place in the team on Sunday. I'd definitely like to see him come into the side. I really do think he's in a position now where he's meriting an opportunity to start games. I think that goes without saying. Welbeck up top was I thought he was a bit lacklustre tonight. Certainly not the performance up to the performances that he put in against Brentford and Volska the other week. But yeah, for the most part, it was an exciting team. Our B team, you know, 9 changes from the weekend is still incredibly strong, and it's full of potential, full of young players, and it's overall very, very positive. The first half wasn't convincing. Leno had a fantastic performance, as I mentioned, to keep us in the game. Very reassuring from him that he's not just able to use his feet but his hands as well. And yeah, I mean, made some fantastic saves. We had that early goal through Socrates, but we didn't build on that. Qarabağ certainly had the better chances throughout the course of that first half, and we were lucky to go into the break with it being just 1-0 to us. Second half resumed, and we again, we didn't start it, you know, particularly well. They had a goal ruled out for offside. It wasn't particularly close. He was quite a distance offside, but it was a little bit of a scare in that first period of the second half. But thankfully, we got that second goal through Smith Rowe. Brilliant build-up. Just, you know, in a flash, we were able to go up the other end and score a goal. And not too long after that, Guendouzi, fantastic individual effort. Goalkeeper definitely should have done better, but 3-0 away from home. Mental about what Ozil did when he had that chance with the keeper, and then he just kind of passed it to nobody. It's crazy to think that a player of his ability is just so afraid to shoot when he's got too much time to think about it. He's scored some goals this season, been very good goals as well, but he is only able to shoot when he's got no time to think about it whatsoever, when the ball is at his feet in a split second and he's in front of the goal. If he's got about a second or a split second to think about it, then he'll botch it up and pass it into nowhere, as he did tonight. It's the one thing about Ozil that incredibly frustrates me. I love a selfless player, but that was a little bit ludicrous from him tonight. But you know, I'm not going to nitpick tonight. We've got the win. We've got the 3 points, which was important. We're top of the group, and yeah, it's 8 wins out of 8. Let's make it 9 on Sunday. We go into a little period without any football, the international break after that. And yeah, I mean, we can come back and regroup and hopefully get a few more wins on the bounce. But things are looking positive. It wasn't the most entertaining game tonight, but as I say, the most important thing is to win. Get your thoughts in the comments box below. Drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to AFC Game by Game. And as always, I'll speak to you very, very soon, guys. See you later.